Hi, this is Brandon from Watches on You. Today we're taking a look at the Oris Aquis Date Calibre 400. And before I start the review, I want to remind you that we're here at Continental Diamond in St. Louis Park, Minnesota, who have provided us this piece for the purposes of this review. They have a large selection of watches from retailers such as Breitling, Oris, and many other brands. They also have a large selection of pre-owned watches and jewelry. So before I start the review, also I want to mention that I recently created my own watch. This is the Hogan & Sons Mark II chronograph. It's evolved from the Hogan & Sons Mark I chronograph, which had a mecha quartz movement. This one has a column wheel mechanical chronograph. I'll be leaving a link in the description so you guys can check it out. I've gotten some great feedback about it, and it's been a really fun process designing my own watch. So now let's jump into the Oris Aquis Date. So this watch is a pretty significant move for Oris. It's got a 5-day power reserve. It's an in-house movement. And the watch costs $3,500, which is a pretty good value proposition considering the quality that you're getting with this. I mean, Oris has always been at the top of the game as far as case finishing, especially in their price point. And they kind of lag behind in terms of having in-house movements, but this watch is definitely an evolution for them. It has an in-house movement, as I said. It's got a 5-day power reserve, which for this price point is absolutely insane. The finishing on it is quite unique. I would describe it as like a fine sandblasting. I know it doesn't have perlage or anything, but it looks very like high tech in person. It's kind of hard to convey this on video, but it looks really, really nice and cool. You won't be disappointed when you see it in person. Additionally, the watch has a 300-meter water resistance. That is an advantage over the Carl Brazier, which only had a 100-meter water resistance, which I thought was a bit strange considering it's obviously named after a diver. But you could still probably dive with a 100-meter water resistance, but you could definitely dive with a 300-meter water resistance watch. It's got obviously a screw-down crown, as I'm showing you now. The movement, I will say, this is the Calibre 400, and then the Carl Brazier that we have reviewed had a Calibre 401. The difference is that the 400 has a center seconds, and then the Calibre 401 has a subdial seconds. Personally, I'd say I prefer the center seconds. I just like that functionality better. It's easier to read, but both movements are fantastic with that extremely high power reserve. Now, a couple things on the dial of this watch that I love. Oris has done a fantastic job conveying the colors of the ocean with this blue dial. It's absolutely beautiful. Additionally, they have a black background on the date wheel that makes the watch a little bit higher end than some of its counterparts, which oftentimes just have a white background on the date wheel with an ETA-based movement or something like that. Also, the ceramic bezel insert is very high quality. I mean, it just looks thick and high quality from the outside. Also, the bracelet is very nicely made because actually all the links articulate. So the center links articulate as well as the side links. And that obviously makes for a more comfortable watch and a kind of higher end feel overall. The only complaint would be the clasp, which is kind of, it looks like it's pressed metal, but it is really high quality. I just wish they went for a different look for it. But all in all, it's a very nice watch. It's got a very thick diver's extension. Oftentimes you've seen, especially with like old Rolexes, where they'll have a very nice bracelet, but then a very thin diver's extension, which I thought was a bit silly. But overall, it's a fantastic watch. I'll try it on for a wrist shot. It is on the bigger side. It's 43.5 millimeters. It doesn't quite look like that, though. I would say it looks more like a 42 millimeter watch. So that's something to consider. It's very comfortable, again, because of the articulating links on the bracelet. And overall, I think it's a great watch. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Check out Continental Diamond. Check out my watch. Thank you for watching.